was in a coffee shop. Some guy in a hoodie asked me, "Hey, you want to send a tweet from the SEC Twitter account?" I said yes. Long story short, I am at an undisclosed location for the moment, but I am still delivering rare bits. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Tuesday, January 9th, and it is time for some rare bits. There is a bunch of hubbub about what happened. There is still some basic stuff that we need to cover. The crypto greed and fear index is a 76. It is up 5 degrees from yesterday. We are in the extreme greed zone. It is nice to see that. NFT sentiment is about 31 degrees. We're up 3 from yesterday, but still cold. Top crypto search term for the normies is Apex. It is up 331% on the 7-day. Top NFT search term is SNES, and I will tell you why that is so. Bitcoin dominance is up a bit. ETH dominance is down a bit. NFT trade volume is up 5%. NFT trade volume on the Solana side is down it's down actually 48%. ETH active wallets are up on both Solana and Ethereum. NVIDIA is leveraging AI tools like Audio, Two-Face, and Riva for games. What does that mean? They are creating annoying chatbots that are going to follow you around and talk to you when you are trying to get your game on. They're going to talk to you, they're going to befriend you. Then they're going to start advertising. Hey, aren't you hungry? You've been playing this game for a long time, dude. You should put down the controller and go outside and get some food. I know just where you should go, and they're gonna whisper it in your ear. So that shit is coming. We have Apple. They are releasing their VR headset that is coming in February. How much does it cost? It is $3,500. The price of an air skateboard. Azuki prices surge amid speculation about this anime collaboration, which I cannot talk about, but anyway, here we go. Polygon. They surpass both ETH and Solana in 24-hour NFT volume. Sandeep, I believe in you. Ninja Alert embeds in SNES emulator into the Bitcoin blockchain. Bitcoin decouples from NASDAQ correlation. Ethereum Whales accumulate 1 billion in the last month. They're doing it quietly while nobody's looking. People are saying Ethereum is dead. It is. It is not dead. Belkin Stand Pro. This is awesome. This is the first ever device where you put your phone in this device and you have an NFC chip in your clothing, and as you move around, it follows you. Why does this excite me? There is a company that I follow, and they put out some interesting news. And apparently they go on vacation for the holidays. So there was like this 10-day block where no news, nothing from them. So this is their first story in like 10 days. So I was thrilled. So even if it's a stupid story to you, it's a good story to me. But this thing is kind of cool. It's like this, but it moves around and shit. So I thought that was kind of cool. Now let's do some numbers for the nerds, shall we? Okay, so if we look at this moment, we see some red, we see some greed. Bitcoin is down about 2%. This is on the 24-hour mark. Ethereum is, like flat. Stuff's up and stuff's down. There was a huge jump around the news that came out. When it came out, somebody is definitely getting fired because there was a tweet, as you know. Okay, he didn't say he worked for the SEC. I thought it was just a joke. He was wearing a hoodie in Miami. Anyway, when we look at the top sales for NFT Ethereum sales, guess who's up there? The CryptoPunks. Who's got the top 3 spots? The CryptoPunks. How much are we talking? We're talking 75. Ethereum, that is $168,000. We also had a nice Bored Ape sale, but all the way down at 42.7 Ethereum. When we jump down, you know what? Active wallets, we fucking ran into that, so I'm gonna move right on. This is what I wanna see. When we look at crypto market cap and we look at the bubbles, I'm gonna pop some bubbles up on the screen for you. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just winging this shit. I'm gonna try and put this video in with some other shit, but I don't know. Everybody's got flashy pants shit going on in their videos. Maybe you just wanna, I don't know. I'll put some flashy pants shit in there. Anyway, the crypto bubbles, they're all red, they're small, they're not moving around like they normally do. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and these fuckers are moving. You guys looking at, you know what, it's so funny. So when in doubt, always zoom out. And the OpenSea chart for the price movers on the 30-day, I have to look at things this way. This cannot be denied. Azuki has been on an absolute tear. Again, there is some speculation about this anime collaboration. I cannot say anything at this moment. But when we look at their 30-day trajectory, they are up 300%. Who's next? The Mutant Apes are like 59%, Pudgy Penguins 76%. Bored Ape, Bunny, oof, my friend, with the $1 million watch shot, down 52%. That's fine. D-Gods are back up 8%. We love to see that. Little Pudgy's down about, oh my God, the Overworld Incarnate up 5,000%. That's because they didn't exist that long ago. Listen, I just want to check on some Sniper charts because Sniper is awesome. This is on the Solana side. Mad Lads are cranking. Their floor is 166.5 Solana at the moment. Congratulations to them. Next up is Tensorians, SMB Gen 2, Solana SPL 20 tokens, and Claynosaurus rounding out the top 5. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch back to some of the news that nobody else talks about, and I think this shit is kind of cool, so you might as well. Ubisoft, Tencent, and Miho, they embrace NVIDIA's Avatar Cloud Engine. And I talked about this. This is, dude, literally they're going to put in-game characters to follow you around and talk to you. And while it might be neat, and yes, you have a friend, it's like having a dog that talks back to you. This shit is going to get crazy, and they're going to, I don't know, just be careful with this shit. And then I flip the script and I think, wow, from an advertising standpoint, I would love to control one of these avatars. So there's evil and there's good in everything. Keep that in mind. Now, I touched on the Apple Vision Pro headset that's coming out. It's $3,500. It's coming out in February. It's got wicked capabilities, headset features, innovative FaceTime capabilities, spatial technology, spatial audio. The launch follows a challenging year for VR headsets. That's because they're fucking uncomfortable and they make you fucking seasick when you wear them. No wonder. So, one of the big improvements is frames per second. I believe is up to 90 frames per second. I remember when these first edition VR headsets came out and they were about, shit, I tried one at 45 frames per second. First run, like, look at me. I'm no spring chicken, so I saw this shit when it came out. And you would put this thing on, and the program was just to like put your hand and turn a page in a book. And you would put this on and turn the page in the book and literally you would throw up. So it's awesome to see that the frames per second is up. People are gonna enjoy that. Now, Polygon is just cranking. They cranked over $10 million in 24 hours. I do not want to blow smoke up Sandeep's hoo-ha, but they are just this quiet sleeping giant. I like what they're doing. The interaction that they're going to have in the gaming networks, it's so inexpensive. It's very much like the other most awesome chain out there, Solana. But yeah, Polygon has just been this quiet mover. So I feel like they are about to erupt in a good way. Now, I touched on Ninja Alerts. They embed a Super Nintendo emulator onto the blockchain. They are addressing digital preservation concerns for classic video games. The project sets a technical precedent, introducing a custom-designed SNES emulator with features like two-player support, holder permission, upgradability, signals, continuous development. Possibilities is what is always exciting in this space. None of this is a shut door. It's open book tech. If you are interested, you can jump in on this stuff. We had former SEC Chair Jay Clayton. Somebody caught him in a coffee shop, possibly near where the hooded guy who let me tweet. What's interesting about this guy, Jay Clayton, he says when he looks at the signals and what's going on, there is no reason the SEC is not going to approve this stuff, so it is just a matter of time. I've heard that possibly this was a scheduled tweet gone wrong. Whether that's true or not, I think in the next couple of days will be interesting. I do think that when the SEC makes announcements like this, they like to do it toward the end of the trading week because they feel like they can avoid volatility by doing that. What they don't understand is Bitcoin never sleeps, baby. But the ETFs will. But the price movement around the ETF excitement will not. And so while they think that they are stifling this panic by doing it on a Thursday or Friday so close to the close of the markets, what happens then if there is wicked price movement over the weekend and people can't access their capital, want to get in, by the time Monday comes around, if there is wicked price movement, the FOMO is 10 times worse. So sometimes they do this for cautionary reasons, and this is one of those times where I personally think it will absolutely backfire. Bitcoin decouples from NASDAQ with a 40-day correlation at 0. We like that. Despite recent, I'm going to try that again. I'm so sorry. Despite recent correlations, Ben Armstrong, who some say he's gone crazy, some say he's totally sane, he has made some bullish predictions about Ripple XRP. He's saying it is going to rally 1900%. Go Ben Armstrong. And I touched on this at the beginning, the crypto whales that have been accumulating Ethereum. We're talking about nearly $1 billion worth in the last 30 days. So it is a bullish signal to me. Now, the Belkin, this NFC feature that lets you film yourself as you walk around and do activities. It is NFC enabled tracking. It is going to be priced at about $180. And yeah, it's part of Apple's DocKit framework for the iPhone. It allows the camera to follow a person's movements. And this shit is cool. And you know what else is cool? I put some of my stuff out on an Apple podcast. Apple, right? I'm on Apple. And my mom, who's older, she said, she thinks that's where famous musicians are. She said, well, how'd you get on Apple? And I said, I put myself there. And she says, what do you mean? Because I was a musician in my earlier life, and the struggles you had to go to get to a studio, to get seen. Everybody would move to Hollywood, California, and you would do that because that's where the record labels were. You had to be there. Then digital technology came out, and all of a sudden you could record in your home fairly cheap. You still had nothing to do with it. You still needed to go get a record deal, but it leveled the playing field in a way that changed my life. And to think now that we are at a place where UGC, user-generated content, is such a huge, impactful part of how we are going to move forward in life. It is amazing to me that when I started out recording drums when I was 15 years old for a record, how much work went into that compared to now. I could literally record drums on my computer, do backing. I could do all of this stuff and upload it onto Apple today by myself. And that is absolutely amazing. That is what Bitcoin is about to do for the world. This ETF approval will tell everyday Joe, hey, this shit is okay. It's time to invest in it. And while we are following the SEC fake tweets, nobody else is. Nobody's following this except us. So when it does go live and shit is real, that's when the Washington Post and Fox News or CNN, the channels who don't report on this stuff like it's the lifeblood of their life. If you're on crypto Twitter, we live and breathe these words. Nobody else does. So just settle down. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Excuse me. Last thing I want to touch on is there's a collaboration alert. So while Apple is getting ready to kick out their new VR headset, Samsung and Google, are also getting ready to kick out their headset. They're also teaming up with Qualcomm. So we've got like 3 juggernauts coming together to try and battle Apple, who, I don't know, can these 3 companies pull it together in enough of a manner where Apple's like, I don't know. What's even better is that it's competition. We love to see it because in the end, the user wins. That's us. And be kind whenever possible. It's always possible. That is the show. Remember, the rabbit hole runs deep. If you are craving crypto clarity, subscribe to my Substack or tune into this channel because this is the first time I've ever done this. And YouTube won't let me go live, which is kind of what I want to check out, until I have 60 people that subscribe to my page. So I'm about 57 people away from that. So if you know anybody who wants to subscribe to stupid shit like this, hit me up right here. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Boom!